Hey Minecrafters, it's Kimise, and I am back for another episode of KimiseCraft. And we got a special episode today because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be piggybacking off of Sunday's stream. And if you missed stream, guys, you're missing lots of fun. What we did in stream this time around is we started to look at seeds for Season 3 of KimiseCraft. Oh yeah, because what we want is we want a seed that's going to be a lot of fun to play in, that's going to give us a lot of neat features, and honestly, we decided to mess around and check out the brand new Nether a little bit that we're seeing in the snapshot. So notice I have the new opening screen for the right now the snapshots. 20W19A is the most current snapshot, and one of the reasons we decided to do this is because the snapshots are getting closer and closer to just be bug fixing snapshots. For instance, here we are, guys. This is the latest snapshot opening, and this is right on the Minecraft website. Okay, and if you're not familiar with how snapshots work, is as they're developing the new release, is they will produce these snapshots in which you can go ahead and load up as a snapshot instead of, say, 1.15 and actually play in Minecraft. Now, the latest snapshot is right now 20W19A. So that's week 20, number 19A, and sometimes, you know, they'll do multiple snapshots in a week because they have to fix something that went really, really bad. They really haven't had to do that I know of so far this season, which is pretty awesome, talking about the stability of these snapshots. But that's what that means. Now, if we take a look at that, there's usually about 4 different sections they got in here. You've got new features, and notice this is really small. Okay, prior to this, the new features list has been pretty large, but for the last 2 snapshots, these have been very small. So, for instance, the new features at Blackstone and Gravel are now generating in more than other biomes. And they've added a new statistic called distance by strider. Not a whole lot changed, pretty simple stuff. Probably won't even cause a lot of bugs, honestly. But that's kind of how it is as they get really close to finishing. Now you'll notice that here are the changes in 19W8 because a lot of times they'll make changes, and so they made a bunch of changes. They made some technical changes, like now fish have their own mob cap. This is actually going to be really good as far as helping mob caps on servers and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then look at this. The bug change log is huge. And what does that tell us? That tells us that they are focusing more on fixing bugs than adding new features. Now, that doesn't mean they won't throw another feature or 2 in before the final say or the final release of the snapshot's going to be, but I think it's going to be pretty exciting however it does roll out. So what does that cause us to do on the KimiseCraft server? Well, I've been talking a lot about an update to the server, that we're going to reset the server, start all over again with the new update, and we are actually getting really close to doing that. So I'm pretty excited about this, and you know what, I wanted to make this a community thing, you know, where if you're a regular watcher and you want to have some vote or say into it, you're going to get that option. And especially if you are on the server and playing, you are also going to get a vote on this as well. And you know, for instance, like if you're a player, your vote's going to count a little bit more than just everybody else, but everybody else is still going to get votes. So I mean, if we have a huge amount of non-players voting, you know, they could actually sway it one way or the other. And me, I'm pretty good anyways. So what did we do last stream? Well, last stream, what we did, and I'm going to show you, is we went ahead and we looked at 4 specific seeds. We actually started off with 2, which I thought were pretty cool, and then we did some searching and we came up with 2 additional seeds. So we have a choice of 4 possible seeds that we might go ahead and choose for this next season. Now, what I want to do with you guys today is look at the seeds, show you a quick couple of quick features of those seeds, and then that way you guys have a chance, and then show you how you can go vote for these seeds. So that's what we're going to do in KimiseCraft today. Okay, so first off, let's talk about seed number 1. Now, here is a render. Now, this comes off of a great site called Mine Atlas. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mine Atlas, but mineatlas.com, you can actually go ahead and either generate random maps or take a seed of a world you're playing in, throw the map in there, and that's where we're getting these maps from and everything right here. And it allows you to find coordinates for things. It'll even give you some likely spawning places of villages, of ocean monuments. Now, just because they're all here doesn't mean that many ocean monuments monuments spawn. There's only a few of these will spawn, so you still have to go looking for everything. But most importantly, it tells us, different things about the map. So all these maps were generated with that. Now, after you've read the maps a few times, you'll get used to seeing them. Now, we also use another one called the chunk base. Chunkbase.com is a really great mapping utility for Minecraft, and what's great about chunkbase.com is it's actually good with later versions of Minecraft. Like when they did 1.13, one of the big things they did in Minecraft, they added ocean biomes. And what's nice about using chunkbase.com is now when you're actually looking at their particular maps, which aren't as pretty as Mine Atlas, but you can actually go through. Okay, and you'll notice right down here at the bottom, it'll show you what you're looking at, and you can actually tell what type of ocean biomes you have as well. And that's pretty important because we want to make sure we have a warm ocean biome that's not too far away from where we plan to be playing. Okay, so there's a lot of reasons why we use both these. So these are the two tools. If you are really into biomes and choosing and stuff, these are two great tools to use while you're doing that. And I'll leave some links in below that way in case you want to play with those. They're there for you, and they're both free and they're great. They're rock solid. They've been around the community for a long time. So let's go back to seed number 1. Okay, so here we are, seed number 1. Now, when we looked at this particular seed, these are the things we liked. For instance, this one already has the spawn area right here. And one of the things we really like, one of the things I'm looking for is I'm looking for an extreme hills or mountain zone for my Dwarven Fortress. And there's a cool one right here on this particular map right there. Now, also we found, one of the things we want to make sure is we want to have at least a Mushroom Island, at least one, I'd like to have more, where we could actually have our shopping district for the community. So for instance, we spawn right here, and here's a Mushroom Island right here, where we can go ahead and have that community shopping district. This map's kind of cool because there's another Mushroom Island right over here, and there's another Mushroom Island over here. So it'd be really easy if somebody wanted to build in a Mushroom Island. I like to have those options for the guys playing because not everybody wants to play where there's creepers and zombies spawning all the time, and that's totally open. But see, I want to go ahead and make sure we had some options on the map for them this season, as well as giving us biomes everywhere. Now, this seed, although I love the way it generates right here, it has a two big negatives. The mesa and the jungle biomes are really far away. There's a warm ocean biome that's not too far away over here, so that's pretty good. But the mesa and jungle are, you're talking about 5,000 blocks away minimum, and maybe I think one of them was 20,000 blocks away. So that's seed number 1. Okay, guys, so here we are in seed number 1, and if we decide to go with the seed number 1, this would be the spawning area. So we have this great little island here, and I just thought that was actually pretty cool when I saw it. And it actually spawns in the middle of a frozen ocean, so check it out. It's like you're surrounded by icebergs. In a lot of ways, I think that's pretty cool as far as a seed. Now, since we were really interested in the nether, we also went ahead and set nether portals up at these different spawn sites to see what type of nether biome we would find here. So let's go ahead and go into the nether and I'll show you. So seed number 1 opens up into a Soul Sand Valley. Hopefully, if you've been paying attention to the updates, this is pretty cool, but not a great place to end up in your first shot, because Soul Sand Valleys are where ghast spawn. If you notice that there are 2 ghasts right away, and they will keep spawning. And I don't know if you guys have seen people playing in the snapshots yet, but this has become one of the most dangerous places in the server because the amount of ghast spawning. So in this case, as a server, we would probably want to put our hub up on the roof of the nether just for safety's sake. Makes it a whole lot easier for people to get around and find things, and then still leaves the lower nether for us to adventure in and create. So there we go. That is seed number 1. Okay, guys, here is seed number 2. This is one that I really kind of like because there's some neat parts of this seed that make it really interesting to do. Now, this seed has some great pros. First off, we got a couple of close mushroom islands. So we have a big mushroom island right here in the center, which would probably be our choice location for our shopping area. we have another mushroom island which is combined over here, and I believe there's, if we go off a little bit off map here, where there's some mushroom islands up in there, so that's kind of cool. Nice big extreme hill area, which I would use like right up north of this top mushroom island. That's what I'm looking for because I'm trying to make a Dwarven Kingdom. Most of the biomes are within 2,000 blocks. If you look at this picture, we've got mesa, we've got desert, we got everything. We even got the jungle down here. We got plenty of swamps in the area, and we even got an ice spikes biome as well as snowy tundra and snow plains. So all really, I don't think I'm missing any biomes, and they're all within that 2,000 block. And so, and this also gives us a couple neat places if we want to do something with the mesa. We have two big mesa areas right here. We can use this one over here for mining and stuff like that. Also, the warm ocean biome is right off of the area. Like for instance, like if we did this, we would move the spawn over here, okay, and we'd have a warm ocean biome just right next to it, and that'd be really, really great. The big con is I'd have to move the spawn point, which is actually a con to several of the maps, except for maybe the first one. So we'd have to move the spawn point. So this has a lot of potential. Biomes are close by, lots of choices for the different players to go into different areas, as well as a really great centralized location. Okay guys, so here is seed number 2, and for instance, if we decide to do a spawn island, we would do it right here. Obviously, there would be some mob control issues right there, but this looks pretty great. We would have the mushroom island right over there, which is pretty nice. Just north of here is our mesa and a warm ocean biome. So coral and all those great fish 1.13 features would be really close by. Now we decided to go ahead and check and see where this would pop you out into the nether, and this one's actually kind of a little bit better for the average player because it puts us into something we would normally see. This is what we call the Nether Wastelands biome, and in this particular biome, it's what we expect to see. We're going to see zombie pigmen, we're going to see the usual thing. The only big difference from what we normally see in the Nether is the new gold ore that you'll find here, which is kind of cool. So you can mine gold out here, which is neat. And not too far away, it does have a few more biomes available. You just have to go ahead and do a little bit of searching. Apparently this nether waste biome is pretty large. So, pros to this. Well, you know what? You're not going to be put in the middle of a gassed war zone when you come out of it. Other biomes are pretty close by. Like, here we go. We got the Basalt Delta, which is very awesome, which gives us access to all those great new stone blocks, the basalt and the black stone. Very, very close by. Tons of choices. Okay, so that's kind of some of the advantages of that. Plus, you've got a bastion right here. Okay, so we do have a bastion that's pretty close by. We even have a warped fungus. Yeah, they call it a warped fungus biome, I believe. Let's go ahead and look that up again. Warped forest. So it's called the warped forest. We can actually check those out too. So this has some neat things right here. Pretty cool. And actually, if you haven't checked out the bastions yet, these are neat. Ooh, I wonder what's in this chest here. Very cool. Bone blocks, spectral arrows, man. Awesome. I'll definitely be raiding those for some spectral arrows. Okay, so this would be biome number 2. Oh, still found a ghast. Not as many as the other, but you still get them. Oh, and there's some piglins running around. Okay, guys, so that was biome number 2. Okay, guys, here we are with seed number 3, okay? Now, seed number 3 is pretty interesting, and this one is a pretty wide opening. I think one of the coolest things about seed number 3, if we were to choose seed number 3, is lots of mushroom islands. Like just in this one snapshot here, there's one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. So, I mean, we could all have a mushroom island of our own if we want to look at this particular seed. Excuse me. You'll also notice lots of great biomes all around the area. You got some great mountain biomes, ice biomes, desert, of course, and our usual savanna biomes, jungle biome right here, so we don't have to go that far for a jungle biome. So this is pretty cool. But in the center there is tons of ocean. Okay, tons of ocean, and you see lots of opportunities for islands. So if we want to do an island type of thing, that'd be kind of cool. The only downside is I do plan to do mountains somewhere. So I mean, there's some there, so there's plenty of mountain areas with some oceans. So I'm thinking I'm still good here with this too. Warm ocean would be close by. As I recall, I think we had warm oceans all right in here. So if we put our spawn area right there, that would be area. In fact, we even tested it by putting the spawn area at 4,600, 6,400. Now, the biggest con that we have is obviously resetting the spawn. Like I said, that's going to be something for several of these seeds. And the mesa is quite a distance away. In fact, I'm thinking, as I recall, the mesa is almost like 7,000 blocks away from here. In fact, so that is a downside. Okay, guys, so here is seed number 3. Okay, and that is kind of the spawn area that we would put it by. And there's some cool things about this particular world that I think are pretty good. Now, not too far away is a Mushroom Island. I don't remember which direction it is, but there's kind of neat because check out this village. This is one of the cool things about this particular seed is we actually get a it's just pretty awesome how this village there's a Mushroom Island there. It's pretty awesome how this village formed in it. I mean, it's basically the quintessential island village. This is so sweet, you know. I mean, not that it would probably last too long around spawn, you know, and everything, but check it out. You even got horses there in the stable. It's just cool. I mean, you know, wow, island village. It's kind of like looking at, I don't know if you guys have ever seen those pictures of Fiji. Fiji is a really cool island in the South Pacific, and it has all of these huts that are just out in the middle of the water, and you go check them out, and it's just a tropical paradise. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, that would put our nether portal right over here, and of course we'd be doing a lot of traveling through water, of course, you know, with this one. But it has a lot of aspects. Like if we want to build tons of cool island things, this would be a very, very neat one to work with. Now, if we go into the nether, this is going to throw us up in a warped forest. So check it out. We have a cool warped forest biome. So being able to get to these features, such as the new warped fungi, the new warped wood, or whatever you want to call it, these cool warped vines, all that stuff's going to be here. Also, you have a basalt delta right over here, so we're going to have access to all those stones for building blocks really, really quickly out of the box. That's pretty cool. Now, I haven't really explored to see how close a fortress is or anything. I'm just really kind of spotting things that are right close by where we open up, just because I don't want to spoil a lot of this, and I don't think these should necessarily be the big choices we make, because I think half the fun of playing survival is exploring the worlds. But this is a pretty cool area, you know, with two popping in a fairly cool biome, the warped forest, and keeping you pretty close to one of the other new biomes here in the nether as well. Now, we probably still want to go up north, I would think. I mean, to the top of the nether for a nether hub in any one of these worlds. But I think this is really has a ton of great potential as well for any of our choices right here. Okay, so that was seed number 3. Okay, guys, final seed choice that we're looking at. Okay, this one is pretty cool. If you just take a look at it, huge variety. Now, what I like about this, okay, here are the pros that we went through. All the biomes here are within about 2,000 blocks. Very nice. That means we've got ice spikes, we've got mesas, we've got big jungles, we've got, of course, all of our mountain, taiga, roof forest, desert, swamp biomes, mushroom islands. This is the one where this one doesn't quite do as well. We do have a nice mushroom island right here towards the center of where we would want to go ahead and move spawn. But it's a cool mushroom island. You also even have a mesa island not too far away, so you don't have to go that far away to a mesa. We have another mushroom, not island, but attachment, Mushu Peninsula, maybe? Yes, right over here. And if you go a little bit off the map, you'll find some more mushroom islands, like right down here in the corner. And I'm sure if we go off map, we'll find some more. But this one does have all the biomes really close by, has this really great central area, so with mountain biomes, which is what I'm looking for, not too far away from our shopping area, as well as a spawn area that we would do. So this one has lots of really, really good things. To me, the only negative is me just having to reset the spawn point over here and getting it set up for that particular thing, which is fine. Like I said, 3 of these maps I got to reset the spawn point, so that's not a big deal. But it looks pretty good. looks pretty nice. Oh, and there's a warm ocean right in here too, so we would not have any trouble finding coral. Those are all big points with a lot of people playing on the server. Okay guys, so here we are in seed number 4, and this is where I would put the spawn island. So we'd have a quick little spawn island right here, and this is where it all began. And if you look out just from here, you can see that mushroom island that I was talking about that's in the center, as well as that mesa island area that's right over there, which is very, very cool. And then there's some warm ocean biome all in that direction, so we can get coral and all that. I'm not going to explore a whole lot of this area because it's very similar, but you can always look at the seeds, pause it, write down the seeds, or get in and take the vote because the seed numbers are in the voting as well. So what I'm interested in is what are we going to find when we go into the nether, okay, just from spawn area. So what do we have to be worried about and look for here? Let's find out. There we go. So when we hop into the nether here, this one's going to put us in a little cavern. So it kind of looks like we're just in the old nether wasteland, but when you come out here, guess what? We got Crimson Forest here, we got Crimson Forest here, so we have access to that. We have a Soul Sand Valley, and then if you look off to our left, what is that, board cube? It kind of looks like a board cube, doesn't it? Now, this is a bastion, okay? So this is one of the new homes to the new piglin mob, which is pretty awesome, and this would be an awesome place for us to explore. You know, it's really kind of cool how they make it and how it randomly renders and everything. It's so neat, you know. So here is something that's going to be right there for us to play with right off of it. So we have 3 biomes right away, I believe. Yeah, Soul Sand Valley's there. We got the Crimson Forest, Bastion, and I think you'd have to travel a little bit ways away to find another biome. These biomes are a lot bigger, depending. I mean, I've seen them really small, but I've also seen them really big. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it all, yeah, there we go. Nether Wasteland's just around the corner. And I'm sure if we traveled far enough, we'd probably find a basalt delta or even a warped forest. So, yeah, there we go. So that is where that would pop us out right a bit. And it's pretty cool. It's very, very neat. I think this would be very adventuresome. I know what some people who've played with me before would be hopping in here trying to explore this stuff out right away. So it'd make it a lot of fun. In fact, I'm sure we might have a few people in the server that decide to do survival just in the nether, because it's now possible now with all the new blocks and all the new things they're adding in. But that is a quick tour of seed number 4 and some of the big things I wanted to point out with that. Now, notice I'm not going around all the different biomes and showing you the way the mountains build up and everything, you know, but let me just show you kind of some of the things I'm kind of looking for in these biomes, so you have an idea of what I hope to find as well. Okay guys, this is Kimmy saying I'm back, and so we're here still in seed number 4. I just want to kind of give you an idea of some of the things I'm looking for, and there's places like this on each one of the seeds that we looked at. We'll have this ocean area, and right next to it is basically what's called extreme hills, or I think they're called mountain biomes now. And what I'm looking for is a mountain biome where I can do a dwarven kingdom. So something that's going to inspire me with big peaks, some really cool valleys, like check that out. That's a nice valley. Or if we come a little bit over here, we start seeing some really neat mountain structures like that one. Look at how that just goes right over there like that. Or over here, cool valleys and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. And I found some that I like, but I'm not going to let that sway you guys. I want you guys to check everything out and see what you need. Like, for instance, this would be a very neat structure to build right here. This would be a great place to have a bay with some ships. We could even have some flying ships, you know, that actually dock into big towers up here in the sky. So I mean, this is a very, very neat place, and each one of the biomes, each one of the different seeds have some great locations like this that aren't too far away from our shopping area and our spawn area. So these are some of the things that I'm looking for, and I'm excited to be doing here in the next season. So guys, here I am, and we're back here in Season 2 server, and there's still several projects I want to do, so don't expect the Let's Plays to go away here, but I know later this week I want to add a new flying ship. Check this out. If you guys missed stream this weekend, you really missed some fun. Check it out, the new flying ship that we got in. Pretty stoked about. I'm pretty excited about how that turned out. Looks really, really cool. I think this is going to be part of These things are going to be part of Season 3 in a big way. I want to do some really neat steampunk style stuff, and this has just got me all sorts of excited for the new season. But man, it's been great. This season has been giving and giving and giving, and it's going to keep on giving, guys, until we see some more news on releases from Mojang, and I'm going to keep you guys all abreast of that so everybody knows what's going on. But please make sure, guys, that you hit the links in the description and go vote. Go vote for what your favorite seed is going to be. We're going to have links throughout the video. And thank you so much for checking everything out. Guys, this is Kimise, and I want to say thanks a lot. Hit that like bar if you enjoyed this video. And please get involved and help us make some choices, guys, about this new season and where it's going to take us. So, guys, this is Kimise. Bye-bye.